Welcome back to Keep It on the DL podcast. As always, I'm Daria.
And I'm Liv. Oh, San Maria. Is that an opera song?
Yeah, did you feel
Or is that?
inspired by us going to the opera this week?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was quite interesting.
Yeah.
Um, I guess we'll go into that. I mean, first thing we talk about is how each other's weeks are. I guess we'll bring up the fact that you don't really have a lot of topics this week, so I am carrying the team.
Carrying the team with 3 topics to my one. Which,
Well, I'm not saying that to be me. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that I am the water in the camel's back this week, and that's fine.
right.
That's fine. It's not a big deal. Because usually, I will say, if we had to if we had to count fingers with it, you would probably have way more than me. So,
I'd have more fingers than you, but who's counting?
hmm not me. I don't want to. Okay, how was your? Okay, how was our week?
It was a weird week, I think, for like everybody. I feel like everybody at work was having like a weird week. Um but we did get through it. We also got the opportunity to go to an opera this week, which was fun. We've both never
Mhm.
done that before. Um,
Yeah.
so we'll talk about that, I guess, in a little bit. But yeah, I guess that was almost like kind of the highlight of the week. I also went to drinks with coworkers on Friday, so it ended strong, but like it was a little we were taking zigs and zags, throughout the week. How was
Right.
yours?
Kind of the same. I feel like this week lasted 82 days.
Mhm.
Like it and I don't know if it's just the anticipation of this house. Um, but I guess little update here. I guess I talked about the fact that they accepted our offer on the house. So we are kind of in the process now of doing all the inspections, plumbing inspection, mechanical inspection, whatever. Just trying to make sure the house is up to date. The house was built, and I don't know if I said that house was built in 1932. Whoa.
Yeah.
Great Depression house. Like, damn. You know what I mean? So the fact that these people had put thousands. I mean, one of the bills that they gave us evidence to, they paid $20,000 for the basement. I'm like, oh my god! And you're selling this thing? I would probably live in it for the rest of my life if I spent 20,000. But I'm sure being a homeowner, that's probably not. That's probably like the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
Knowing homeowners, they're like, yeah, try like a $60,000 like new garage or something,
Yeah,
But
I feel like they had to
um,
put 20,000 in it probably if they wanted to be able to sell it for any kind of decent price.
right. So, so that's been happening. There's a couple things that we have to get people to come out for and look at and whatever, but it's going to be on the seller regardless. And so yeah, that's just been really stressful trying to figure out switching bills and home insurance and this and this and this and that. Like, I'm just a girl and I don't really want to focus on that. I just want to do Pinterest boards all day. You know what I mean? Like, don't give me the nitty-gritty, don't give me how much we owe, like, I don't care. Like,
I
I
just
just
want
I
to
just wanna dress it
I
up.
just want to decorate it.
I just wanna go to TJ Maxx.
I just want to go to Home Goods and go
So
nuts.
yeah, so that's kinda been my issue right now is I don't even, he's like, "Taxes, title, this and this," and I'm
Me no
like, in the back
care.
of my head,
Me
I'm
no
like
care.
yeah, I'm like, "TJ Maxx, Target," Um, so the week's just been really long because I think I'm just more anticipating waiting to be in this house. I'm just so excited to be in a bigger space and not in my fucking elf loft that I live in here. Um, and then besides that, I think besides the opera, what did I do yesterday? Me and Zach did something eventful. Why can I never remember what? Oh, it was there. It was almost there. Uh, we
It
spent 2
left. It's
hours.
gone.
Oh, in IKEA. We went to IKEA. So Zach and I went to go search for some furniture things at IKEA. I thought IKEA was really fun at first, but the more I kind of look into it, it's just as expensive and it looks like Amazon furniture. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not the Taj Mahal of furniture, and I know they say it's like more like cost
yeah.
effective or like cheaper, but it like yeah, I can pay $69 to get an ugly bar stool, or I could pay like an extra like 40 and get like a really nice one. You know what I mean? It's just
Well, yeah,
I
I
don't
feel
know.
like on the spectrum from like Amazon furniture to like actually going to like a furniture store, it's definitely like
Mm,
on the Amazon side of the scale. I think
mhm.
the biggest part is that you can just like get the whole set right there and it's all together and they'll show you how it looks all put together. And is it going to look a little cheap? Yeah, it's not going to look like real high class or anything. Like you can tell IKEA
Right.
furniture, but it's like not bad. Like it'll last you for a while if you're not doing
Yeah,
anything crazy.
I feel like if you don't have like a specific style, IKEA is good for like a starter apartment
Yeah.
or you know what I mean? Like they were selling college kits whenever
Oh
we went
yeah.
yesterday and like that makes sense. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's cheap, it's affordable, blah blah blah, whatever. But we did go to IKEA. We did have Zach wanted to go for the fucking breakfast. Zach loves IKEA breakfast. Apparently, did you know that?
No, I thought they were famous for their Swedish meatballs.
So here's the thing. He said, I want to get up early enough to go get IKEA breakfast. Only reason why he likes it, it's literally like he said it's eggs, bacon, hash browns. Why he loves it? $3. Which I get it. It's a deal, but not
It's
enough
like
to drive all the way to fucking
It's like
IKEA for a
Sam's Club
breakfast, you
or
know?
Costco or BJ's, but, like, breakfast.
Right.
It's
I'm
like the
not gonna
hot
sit there
dog
and slam a
combo
foot longer
yeah,
at
for a
noon.
dollar
Yeah.
50. It's that, but breakfast form.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, "Oh, I wanna get in line first 9 a.m. so I can slam a chicken roll down my
So
throat," you
I
know,
can
whatever the fuck
get
it's
3
called.
of those breakfasts and
Chicken bake.
slam them, and then ready to walk
Yeah.
around.
I was like, "Okay, sure." So we get there around 11, knowing that we were gonna miss breakfast. I don't even know why he still had even a smidgen of hope. So we did end
11?
up getting yeah, we rolled in at 11. Um, but we did, however, get lunch, and we both got the Swedish meatballs. I will say it's good, but, like, I don't know why everybody hyped it up so bad.
Yeah.
Like, it's like the frozen meatballs you can buy, like, in the bag at the store and put gravy on them. Like, that's what it is. So we were both like, "Okay," you know, but have you ever had the Swedish
No,
meatballs?
I've only been to IKEA, I think 2 or 3 times, and none of the times
Mhm.
did I get the Swedish meatballs, so, no, I have not had them.
Yeah. So, if you're wondering, they were a solid 6 out of 10 for us. So, going through that, we only ended up finding a couple things. I think at the end of the day, I might just have a better chance of buying things used.
Mm,
I just don't think the modern furniture is my vibe. I feel like the modern furniture would be more of your vibe, and I think there's a lot of stuff in there that you would actually use
yeah.
because it's very nice and simple and you know but it didn't have enough character. I was hoping IKEA would be more colorful, but it is in fact very bland at
Yeah,
times.
it can be pretty, like,
And
white, black, gray.
yeah, not a fan. And then other than that, I'm packing for this stupid fucking house. I'm excited to move, but I'm also really not looking forward to packing up my life all over again. Plus, I'm trying to lease this apartment out. If you know anyone, not me adding if you know anyone in the St. Louis area that is looking for an apartment, please DM me. If anyone, don't, I will not. I would if I think that you're fake, I will not give you my address, but I'm trying to sell this stupid fucking apartment so that we don't have to pay $2,400 to move out. and I think that's pretty worth it, if you ask me. So, anyway, but that was my weekend, but let's talk about the opera.
Yeah, so how this all came about really was one of our coworkers, we have like a big company, chat. And she was like, "Hey, if anybody's interested in going to the opera, I'm part of this group that bought a bunch of tickets and we have a lot left over.
Yep.
So if anybody's interested, just like let me know." Um so I saw it. Honestly, I was like, "Well, I'm not going. Not for me." Like I looked at it and I was like, "Oh, cool." And kept it
Right.
pushing. But then she came up to my desk and she was like, "Do you guys want to come?" Me and my manager. Manager's like, 2-year-old can't. I'm out. And I was like, "Oh, I don't have a 2-year-old. I can't get out of this." And I was like,
Shit.
and
Right.
one of our other coworkers who I'm like pretty good friends with, she's like, "I kind of want to go. I should see if my husband minds if I go." And I was like, "Okay, if you go, like, I'll go." And she's like, "Okay, I'll text my husband. I'll see if he's chill with it. Like, I'll go." And she's like, "Okay, well, let me know. Like, text me if you guys can go. But I gotta go." So I was like, "Okay, okay. I'm gonna go to the opera." She's like, "We both wore dresses today. Like, it's perfect. I never do anything after work. We should go." And I was like, "Okay, okay."
Right.
Then you came over and I was like, "I'm gonna go to that
Yeah.
opera. You and friend of the pod, Devin, if you guys want to go, obviously you saw the chat."
I had no clue what you were talking No, I had no clue what you were talking about. You were trying to skedaddle there at us like, so fast, like, you, like, kept backing up with your fucking lunchbox like you, like, had a body behind you or something, and I'm like, "Why are you leaving so fast?" You're like, "I have to go to the opera." What fucking opera are you talking about? First of all, I didn't even know St. Louis did something like that, but then, yeah, I guess I don't know, I guess I never look at the I'm the worst coworker, I guess I never look at chats. And so, yeah, and then I read the ad and I was like, "Oh, okay," like, and Derry's like, "Well, I mean, if you wanna go, like, ask her if you can." I don't like asking people if I can go places, so I, like, messaged her and I said, "Hey, could you take pictures so we can put them, on the company website?" And she was like, "Oh my god, please come." I'm like, "Oh, okay, okay, yeah.
Okay,
Alright,
yeah, I
I
mean,
will."
that's cool. I'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I'll do that instead. That probably works better, actually. Anyway, so,
So
yeah.
yeah, so we went to the opera. There was like a little dinner and
Yep,
drinks before. They
yep.
had some themed
Mhm.
cocktails, which was nice. Um,
It's fun.
yeah,
Little
it
hot.
was a little hot because it's,
Little hot.
June in St. Louis, Missouri. So it's a little
And
muggy. Yeah, a little
humidity.
muggy, a little hot. But
Yeah.
the vibes are still
Mhm.
pretty good. We've all never been to an
Mhm.
opera before. Um, so we were like,
Right.
excited to do something new. It's an opera, it's classy. We felt so classy, just like, ooh, at the opera.
Ooh, complimentary food, drinks, and opera. Yeah. Yeah. Like, friend of the pod, Sam, asked me if I wanted to go to Chili's before I got the invitation, you know what I mean? So if that doesn't say the difference between me and what work does sometimes, I'm like, I was about to go get, a $5 mark, but
But I'll go to the
anyway,
opera. Opera's
hey,
fun
you know
too.
what? We've never been, so we were like, "Why not?" I mean, I can definitely check that off a box,
Exactly.
not a lot of people are invested in that type of thing unless you're maybe over the age of 54, I don't
Which
know.
the
So,
group
I just
the
figured
group that we like the tickets were under was like young friends of the opera, which I guess they try to get like younger people interested and involved,
Mhm.
which I think is like a cool thing, a good thing.
Yeah,
Um, I don't know if I will be one of the young friends of the opera, but so we were excited. It was like the story of Julius Caesar and
right.
Cleopatra. Is that right?
Yeah, but, like, modern day. Yeah.
Yeah, so, like, this lady came and gave us, like, an overview and, like, hyped it up. We were like, "Okay, this will be fun." Um,
Yeah.
it was a fine show. I think it wasn't bad. Like, I'm glad that I experienced it for free.
Right.
Um,
Right.
it was something to do out of my norm, like
Right.
I will say, like
Right. Where's the butt?
yeah,
Where's the
yeah.
butt?
The particular show we saw, they, like, repeated themselves a lot. A lot, a
A
lot, a lot, a lot.
lot.
A lot. It was
A
like,
lot.
"I must avenge my father's death. I must avenge my father's death. I must avenge my father's death. I must avenge my"
At
yeah.
l I mean, I never counted one time because I was a little wine drunk, but, like, I swear they probably said one line at least 15 times before the song
Yeah.
ended, and, but we don't know if that's actual, like, opera etiquette because we asked, and they were like, "Well, in this one, they do repeat it a lot."
Right.
So, if every opera show is like that, I don't know
Mm,
if I could
they
go
coulda shaved
because
25
because
minutes off of that runtime if they wouldn't have
I
repeated
would
so much.
I was literally about to say that. That was like a 2-hour show, and that motherfucker would have been an hour and a half if they would have just stopped saying the lines all over. And don't get me wrong, okay, the singing was insane.
Yeah.
I've only heard it in obviously the
Right.
movies,
Yeah.
right? But hearing it and like actually seeing people sing
Yeah.
opera and they're acting. I mean, they're doing the whole
Yeah.
9
Yeah.
yards. I mean, it's basically High School Musical, but if it was a different style. And it was
Yeah.
cool, but yeah, it was a long
Yeah.
show. But I will say, however, if they did offer for us to go to a different opera show, honestly, I would probably watch another one just to see
Yeah.
like is this a repetitive thing? Do you guys say the same thing over and over
Right.
again? Or like maybe a different storyline would maybe catch my
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
so it was in
Yeah.
English, which was a good thing. I think that helped because some of them,
Yeah.
a lot of them, I don't know, aren't in English, so that was good that you could, for the most part, not
Mhm.
have to read the subtitles, even though I did read the subtitles pretty much every time. Like
Yeah.
I said, they were repeating themselves a lot, so you read it one time, then you could just watch the rest. Watch them say it 10
You
more
could literally
times.
look away
Yeah.
for 2 minutes. Yeah.
Um but the story, I like the story, except they focused, I feel like half of it was like the sad parts of the story and then the happy parts. And I just like there was two characters, I was just like, I don't even care about their storylines. Like I don't I don't the
Yeah.
mom that was that
Yes,
mom and
the
the
mom and the
son.
son.
Mhm. I didn't
Yeah,
I
they
did
the
not care about them. Every time they came
no,
out, I
like
was like, "Oh, here we go."
yeah, every time like, in the beginning of the opera show, it was
Yeah.
them, and when they started singing about how sad they were for 15 minutes, I was like, "Ooh, I don't know if I'm an opera girl."
I know there were a
Uh,
couple times I couldn't tell if you were looking at me or looking at the projectors, but, like, during the beginning, I was like, "I think Liv's dipping out at intermission." I don't know if she's doing the
yeah,
whole thing.
I I was so I kept I just kept looking over at you because I wanted to see if we were like on the same which we almost always are when it comes to how we feel about things. So that's why I kept like giving you the side eye and looking over to see if maybe you would look back at me and be like, okay, yeah, yeah, this is getting a lot. Um, I will say that I forgot. My brain is just so, like, turned off today. I don't know what the fuck I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on. Oh, there was a man so the only entertaining thing, during the whole show, besides the show itself, was there was a man, an older man in the crowd that had his Motorola phone going off every, like, I don't know, 40 minutes, you know? And it's one of those, like, boop, 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 boop. It was just like,
and it's like, "Oh,
oh
boy.
god.
Somebody tell grandpa to put
Yeah.
it on vibrate."
Whoop, boop, 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 boop. I'm like, "Oh my god." But, yeah, but it it had some funny
Yeah,
scenes, it had some sad
Cleopatra was great,
scenes,
like, she was definitely
yeah.
star of the show.
Yeah, so, do you think they really gurgle olive oil, or do you think that's just, like, something they tell you that opera singers do?
Um I don't know.
Really
She
threw you with
was
that one,
I
didn't
know,
I?
I was like, "What are you talking about?" She was talking about, like, the lady beforehand. She was talking about I can't remember what position of opera singer, what the range is, but, like, back in the day,
Yeah.
they used to castrate men so they would never hit puberty, so they could keep their high pitch forever, and they were known as, like, the highest paid, and, like, they got all the girls and, like, all of the you're looking like you don't remember this at all.
Did 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 I guess I missed a chapter or I zoned out because that's news to me. I did not hear that during that whole speech. I thought you just knew this off of, like, a doc or something
No,
that you watched.
she was saying this, she's like, "Luckily,
Oh.
like, nobody here is castrated, like, we don't do that anymore." But there was one she was and then she was
Mhm.
talking about the one guy that could hit all those notes. She's like, "We do have one guy who just came from, like, the New
Yeah.
York something, and he could really get those notes, man." He was like, "Ah!" Like,
Mhm.
he was up there.
Right. Now this was Cleopatra's brother. Who was that? Who was the man that was hitting all the notes?
Yeah, I think it was her brother, but obviously he disowned her at some point because he was trying to kill her
Right.
too. Yeah,
That's
but
true. Yeah, not very brotherly love.
yeah.
Uh yeah, no, but it was fun. It was fine. If they asked me to go again to like wine and dine and watch a show for free, I mean, fuck it. You know what I mean? Why not?
Yeah,
I'll
I
go
will
see another
say
show. Why not?
one last
So,
note, one plot point we had talked about at intermission. We could not understand why
mhm,
Cleopatra was pretending to be Lydia. Still not really clear
yes.
on that because she was just like, "I'm not Lydia, I'm Cleopatra," and he's like, "Okay." Like, it was pretty
Yeah, I
chill.
mean, he was still down to fuck
Yeah,
regardless. So I don't know
it
why the
was
fuck
super
she had to
it was
lie.
like no questions asked. He
She
was
was
like,
like,
"What?" And she's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay,
yeah,
well, I
all
gotta
right,
go."
take your pants off. Like it wasn't even like Cleopatra.
Yeah.
He was just like, "Oh fuck, let's go. Get in bed." Like, it was so odd. I
He's
don't know
like
why she had to lie to herself
he's like,
all the way up the fucking
you're still
ladder,
hot."
but
So,
yeah, hey, well, hole's a hole, so, like, but that's how men were back then, so
right.
it's
Yeah,
like
it
it's not like that's not accurately true, but,
never really got cleared up
uh
why she had to do all that pretending, but okay.
that is true,
Okay.
that made no fucking sense in the whole thing.
If you're
Um,
familiar with the
so
story, please let us know because I truly still
yeah.
don't know why she had to do that.
Also, last thing I wanna talk about. I wouldn't say I'm a historian, but I do love a good history, like, knowing
Yeah.
history, this and this. However, the lady that was talking before the opera said something about, like, "And we all know what happens to Cleopatra." What the fuck happens to Cleopatra, like, in real life? Does she get killed? Like, is
Yeah,
she died, right?
yeah, I do know that she has, like, a tragic ending, but I don't know why that is exactly.
Let's get
But yeah,
let's
I
get it
do,
in.
like, know that things didn't work out so well for her, but why? I don't really
Uh,
know.
uh, spoiler alert for anybody that doesn't wanna know what happened to Cleopatra. I'm just kidding. It's like no spoilers for a TV show. Let's see. Oh my god, I literally looked up spoilers Cleopatra. Girl, get it together.
Um, this
What
says that
happened to
she
Cleopatra?
takes her life
Oh
following
shit.
the defeat of her forces against Octavian.
Oh. Oh
So she
no.
poisoned
A
herself.
fatal bite of a Venice mistake. Wow, okay. Well, in our story, she got married, so
Yeah,
happily ever after.
they stopped
But
at the wedding, so
right. uh so I guess without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and get into the topics here.
yeah.
Um
I'm interested in this first
small
one.
Okay, we can talk about the first one. Wait, let's talk about this one
Okay.
first. This is an honorable mention. I fudged up and I didn't put HM.
Okay.
That was my bad. So One thing that I will say from now on, anytime someone is mad at me, but I don't give a fuck, is you're just panini pressed.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if you saw that video this week of
Probably not.
Gypsy
Oh,
Rose. I don't know who she was arguing with,
I did.
but she okay, yes. I didn't do you know who
No,
she was
I never
arguing
got
with?
clarity on that. I saw and I was like, "What who is she talking about?" And I just
I I just so I she said a lot, but then she also said nothing at all. So I don't it was really hard to catch up with. Um but the only thing I caught towards the end was like, "Bitch, you're just panini pressed." And
our
that
girl, patron
that's
saint of the
good.
podcast, Gypsy Rose.
She really is. Gypsy, if you wanna own this podcast, we will give it to
Yeah,
you. Well, you can direct it and we'll still keep doing the pod.
yeah.
You can't have a spot here, but you can have it however. I will say that a lot of people are slowly but surely getting the ick from her.
Which I can
Um
understand.
I've noticed
I could
yeah, I've
understand.
noticed a lot of love and I've noticed a lot of hate recently. It's very
Yeah.
divided. Um but I mean, Gypsy turn up, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, but she's still trying to figure it out, dog. Like she was
Exactly.
in that shit. She's been in prison for a long time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So of course she's gonna like ride through the waves here.
Yeah,
Um,
she's
nobody,
currently
you know,
yeah, like you said, she's been going through it. She's gonna have
yeah,
some stumbles and falls. She's still figuring it out. She's pretty harmless in the grand scheme of things, which feels,
right.
a little weird to say. But like
Y-
meh,
Like you guys have a cousin down the road that probably did the same thing. Only difference is she didn't fucking record it. You know what I mean? So it's like don't act like you don't know anybody that like jumps from relationship to relationship. It's a thing. The only difference is she's famous
right.
and that's the only reason why we know about it. So, you know what I
Exactly.
mean?
Preach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, if your auntie got out of prison and got hitched with Daryl, but then she ended up liking Dennis instead, nobody's gonna say anything to her at the family reunion. They're just gonna keep letting her do her thing. The only difference is Gypsy is online. So,
Right. It's like you
um,
guys have never watched The
no hate, girl.
Wonderful Wild White The Wild and
Oh,
Wonderful Whites of West Virginia.
amazing doc. Like that shit,
Amazing.
that it truly is a I wouldn't say a masterpiece because it's very sad, but it is one of the most interesting docs I've ever watched.
For
And if you
sure.
guys haven't watched that documentary, or if you're a doc head
Yeah.
like Daria and I, it's definitely worth the
It
watch.
definitely
Um,
is. It's so
they took her baby.
CPS, they took her. She's crying. She's crying.
she that fucking it's so fucked up. Anyway, so, you know what I mean? Like, you're just panini pressed because Gypsy got another man. I don't know. They seem happy together from what I can see.
Yeah,
So,
so
I
she
don't know.
is Lifetime likes to lock in to like a multi something deal. So she currently has a series on Lifetime, which I can't watch because I don't have Lifetime, but like her life after lockout. And I feel like she
Mhm.
immediately got the ick from that Ryan guy she was married to, like right when she got out. She's like, "Ugh.
I I
Ooh.
think so too. I will say I'm not going to stick up for her all the time. She truly is a dumbass for getting married in
Yeah.
prison,
Uh-huh.
okay? Dummy
Mhm.
move. I'm not even sure why you did that. Like that man doesn't even have money. Like maybe I could see, some sort of plan maybe if like he was a zillionaire or
Right.
whatever, but I don't know. It was just Ryan down the fucking bayou. There ain't nothing crazy about him.
She's just a teacher.
Um Right. He's just a teacher. But Uh, yeah, it's just a dummy move on her part for getting married, but I mean, yeah, when you don't spend every waking second with your significant other and you only like write each other love letters, it's very it could be very easy to fall in love pretty quick, I
It
guess.
can. I don't know how many people I have, like, texted for, like, a week or 2, and I'm like, "Oh, I think I really like them," and then we finally go on a date, and I'm like, "Ooh, I don't."
Ooh, ooh,
I
ooh, that's an ick. Ooh, that's an ick.
Yeah, I'm like, "Ooh,
Ooh, that's an ick.
actually,
It's like
this is not a love connection."
it's like America's Got Talent. You got 3 buzzers, you know what I mean? You got 3 chances not to give me an ick. Give me 3 icks right now, go.
Um, I mean, I have them, but when you put me on the spot like this,
Okay.
uh,
Mine is, flip-flops.
okay, yeah.
I can't I can't stand when guys wear
Yeah, if
flip-flops.
we're going to
Just
the
that's just my
beach or,
personal ick.
like, the pool, sure, but, like,
Right,
don't pull up
sure.
to the date in flip-flops. Yeah, I agree.
In the
Yeah.
flips. Mhm.
I'll do
Yeah.
like, a
Mhm.
slide is acceptable. Um, not on a date, but, like, in general, a slide's fine.
Yeah, if you wanna take the dog out, take the trash out,
Yeah,
whatever, you know what I mean? You can wear them, I guess, I don't really
yeah.
care. What's another ick of mine?
See, it's hard, like,
Hmm.
I know that you have lots of icks, but it's hard when you're put on
I
the
know.
spot. It's like sometimes it's like that definition of porn or whatever, where it's like, I know it when I see it, but I can't
Yeah.
explain
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Um, I guess another ick whenever I was dating was them trash talking their ex
Yeah,
a lot
yeah.
during the date. You're like, "Okay, we're talking about us, baby girl." Like,
Right, what
you
about
know what I
our
mean? Why are you
future?
so caught up
Yeah.
in yeah. Um, I guess that's my second one, but I don't know. Maybe there's a couple of my icks that are, like, cancelable, so maybe we should just keep going. Um, not like in a bad way. That sounded so terrible. Not like that, but just like, if they heard, like, my personal icks, they'd be like, "Oh, well, I think that's fine. My boyfriend does that," you know what
Yeah,
I mean? And I
yeah.
don't I don't want beef.
Again,
I don't want
if your
smoke.
boyfriend wears flip-flops and you're cool with it, like, good for you. Like, good on you. Peace and love. We love
Yeah.
that for you.
Peace and love. It's just not my man.
And if it is
Um,
one day, mind your business. I changed. I grew and I
right.
changed.
Yeah, I mean, if you see Zach pulling up with the thongs on, don't say nothing, okay? I couldn't get him off him before he left the house probably. So, um and then I guess going into the second topic, I'm just so surprised you didn't write this
I
down or did
haven't
you not know
No, I
about it?
haven't seen it.
Oh. I think it's official. Hold on. So you know her. Some people love her. Um,
We've
Nicki
we've dragged
Minaj.
her on this very podcast.
Yeah, yeah. So she apparently is getting a divorce. Nicki Minaj shares tender moment with family amid divorce rumors. A wrap up. So yeah, I guess Nicki is single. I mean, which is fine with me because her husband in general was an odd dude. And honestly, can I be honest? She really fumbled the ball. You know what I mean? I don't think Nikki's ugly. I in fact think Nikki is a pretty girl
Yeah.
and I just feel like she fumbled the ball with the husband game. I feel like
Okay.
she could have done so much better personally,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
I
So
don't
I
know.
just like Googled it. Apparently, she tweeted, yes, single on Monday, June 10th. So everybody was like, oh, is she single? But everybody thinks that was just a rumor because she was spotted with her whole family.
No! No, are you for real? I thought she did a live stream where she was crying. No!
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, man.
This
Go
article
on.
from Vibe says Nicki Minaj kills Kenneth Petty divorce rumors with clip of family outing.
Oh, fuck me. Well, fuck you, Nikki. Anyway, you know what?
So
Not me giving
she's
fake
still
news on the
fumbling the
podcast.
bag.
Some say she is still fumbling the bag to this day. Um, she's the fumbleist.
She's
Um, so wow. I guess. All right. Well, continue doing you, Nikki, you weirdo. Well, shit. I feel like a bad podcaster now because I basically made up fake news.
I mean, as we've
Um,
said many times on
it's
this
not true,
podcast,
everyone.
we're not
This
doing
is this
we're
is
not
why
doing deep dives.
this is why Daria has won me over with the amount of topics she has because obviously I don't do enough research into this shit. So moving on. Do you
It's
know who this
real
Cody guy
real
is?
news.
Cody Ford? Do you know who?
I don't think so. Let me Google him.
Right.
Okay, he plays
He's like
for
apparently
the
a
Bengals.
linebacker. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
So
okay.
I recently just found out this drama is blowing up all over TikTok. Okay.
Oh,
This girl
okay.
named Tiana. Yeah. Oh, are we lagging a little bit here? Hold on.
I think we might be.
Oh no. Okay. I'm just gonna keep. I'm gonna if hopefully because sometimes it does pick up. So Tiana and Cody Ford. So Tiana is a girl. I think she just blew up on TikTok. She has I think over 1 million followers right now. I have never followed her personally. I don't know how she got famous. I think it's literally just from her being herself. I don't know if she's a Depo baby. Depo. Come
Like the
on,
birth
Liv.
control.
Ah. Ah. A nepo baby. I don't know if she's a nepo baby. But her and Cody Ford had started, I guess, dating. They transitioned into being engaged. But so I had to go deep dive into this. When you watch Tiana and Cody Ford together, Cody looks like he hates her. I keep seeing in the comments, oh my god, Cody and Tiana aren't together. Now I know a love doesn't officially like
Love doesn't
mean anything
exist.
or something. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Lo-" and it's like, no, he literally looked like he fucking couldn't stand her the whole time they were together. And I'm not saying that like Tiana's in the wrong for that. Like she is totally in the right for like breaking up with him. But it's just like, yeah, all these people are commenting like, I don't believe in love. I don't believe in love. Well, that was a bad like you shouldn't have even looked at that in the first place and thought, wow.
Wow, that's who I want to be.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right. Star couple, golden couple, or
Couple
whatever the fuck.
goals.
Um, couple goals. So, and you could tell, and it was really sad. You could definitely tell how much Tiana cared more about Cody than Cody cared about Tiana.
Oh,
She was always so patient with him and very soft, and he was just always like he was just this big ass like linebacker, and like he would like hold her hand and like they would like sway it when she's like trying to do turns and shit. Like you could just tell he didn't want to be there, and it's like like, and it's
that's
so
so
annoying, and
embarrassing.
I hate it's so embarrassing. And if personally, maybe it's because I'm too aware that if Zach was doing that to me and I looked back on the footage,
Right.
wouldn't post that.
Exactly.
Would not like that.
That's the
No.
thing. Like, not only are you in a
No.
relationship where it seems like your boyfriend hates you, or maybe he doesn't, maybe that's just
Yeah.
how he is, but for you to, like,
Mhm.
take footage and then, like, "Oh, that's so cute, I'm gonna post it." That's weird.
No. I'm like I'm too self-aware. Like if you shrug your shoulders in the wrong way, I'm like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
if you slightly, bend your brow a different I'm like, "What's wrong?" You know what I
If
mean?
you put a
I read body
period
language
at
and
the end of
everything.
a sentence,
Yep.
what's wrong? Why are
I
you
don't
mad?
like
Why do you hate
I don't
me?
like when people put I pay attention way too much to that stuff. So if Zach was, like, sitting there and just, like, watching
Ooh.
me, like, just twirl myself around or something like that, and it truly is embarrassing.
Yeah.
It truly and it's watching like, the secondhand embarrassment I get whenever I watch videos like that, I can't I just can't do it. So I do feel bad for her in that sense. But, I don't know them, haven't watched them, am not a fan, but I saw this coming from a mile away, if that makes sense.
But I could have told you one video in, this couple's not gonna
Right.
make it.
Um, but so the one thing that keeps trending on the internet is anytime you get into Tiana's search comments. She posted a video a couple days ago. She's crying, her shit's in the back of her car, and she was like, "All I need right now is like love and like give Cody love and this and this." She's sad and whatever, whatever. But then on the search bar in the comments, it was like Cody Ford kisses Olivia at the UFC fight. Nobody can find Olivia.
Oh.
No one can find her. Who is this? Who are you? Because the last video that Cody has on his TikTok is like, "Oh, get ready with me to go to the UFC fight in fucking Alabama." I don't know where the fuck it was, but that was like the last. That was the last video, or one of the last videos that he had posted. And I don't know. She said something about like, "Oh, the rumors are true," because they caught her like not wearing her engagement ring the last
Uh,
two videos. And so, and not to mention they got engaged in like
ooh.
March. Like in March.
That escalated quickly.
So I really truly think that I know she's sad right now, but girl, that's a blessing in fucking
For
disguise.
sure.
You know what I
For
mean?
sure.
I don't
That
think you
that man
understand.
did not want you.
Correct. Now, I will say, however, there is a little bit of controversy because some people are saying that Cody Ford did that same exact thing to the person he was with before Tiana, and that person was Tiana. So people are like, "Why are you
Oh.
surprised, girl? If he's the one you fucking cheated on
Yeah,
with, in his
how
last
you get them is
relationship,
how you lose them. Yeah.
you so but that's what everybody keeps commenting under her posts. So it's either love or just like, what the fuck did you expect, girl? But some people, like, apparently she denied the rumors and this and this and this and that, but I don't know. The ex-girlfriend I don't think has maybe like come out to play about this whole topic yet, but
Mm.
it's uh it's a lot, and I had no clue who these people were 4 days ago, and now I know.
Now you know
you know
everything about them.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine the hurt and the sadness I would get if my boyfriend got on his knees in March and then also got on his knees again in May to kiss another woman. You know what I mean?
I
So
just feel like
that would suck.
that would be the thing about being like an influencer or whatever, is then you have to like make a video, like an embarrassing video, months after you got engaged. You're like, the rumors are true. We're not together anymore. But please
Yeah.
don't show him hate. Um,
Yeah.
love all we like this was for the best. It's all love.
Just Um, don't and this is not towards her, I'm sorry, that we just love riffing. This is not towards Tiana, peace and love, but it's like, yeah, there's just like, "Hey guys, it's currently 2 in the morning, I'm sitting by myself, I'm on the floor, I'm trying to hide the wall in my mansion that has my, collection of Cartier purses, and, this is, like, the poorest looking place in my mansion, in my $2.3 million
It's
mansion
like
in the
it's
Hamptons."
like
Um
when Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis did that apology video, and they found like the shabbiest wall they couldn't find.
Their publicist is there, and they're like, "Okay, anywhere in
People
the
look
house you think
poor.
looks the
Yeah, just
poorest,
like poor.
we need." Like, poor people love, like, shiplap, you know what I mean?
Like
And they're like
vinyl
they're like, "Oh,
vinyl
perfect, we have
siding.
one of
You
those."
got any of that?
something made out of plastic. All we have in the house is porcelain. I don't know what to do.
You only
Um,
have marble.
I have
Calcutta marble.
I I only have marble flooring. I have no wood. Um,
You have a shed.
but yeah, so it's we're 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 in our maid's guest house right now. So you know, yeah, I feel like that would be that would truly be embarrassing. It's not, and you can't even sulk by yourself or be sad.
Right.
You know
Because
what
you
I
gotta
mean? You
post the
have to be
video.
like, hey guys,
Um, I
hey
had to give
guys.
the ring back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
So
then you have to delete all the
anyway,
videos and everything. That's so embarrassing. I mean,
yeah, it's like it is so embarrassing. Also, let's check up on her TikTok. Let's see if her or Cody had posted anything. Last one she posted was obviously the breakup one. So let's see. Uh-oh. Wait, what?
get back
Did she
together.
delete her
Maybe
hold
she
up.
delete the
What?
whole
Hold on.
whole talk.
Okay, wait. I'm scared. Oh, okay. We have a new one. Took the week to remember who the fuck I am.
Okay, girl.
Okay.
What'd she do? Like go on a
She's
vacation?
um oh, hold on. This is Cody Ford responds crying. Hold the fuck up. Um oh,
That doesn't sound
hold on.
like crying.
I thought he was. Wait. What? I just want to see like what the- anyway, I don't want to I don't want to sit here and dead air. So I don't want to sit here and keep anyway. So she did post again, but oh, all right, everyone. I'm so sorry. Obviously, I'm 67 years old and I don't know how to work a phone.
Oop, you're like
Um,
the guy at the opera.
so
Boop, 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 boop.
so far it oh, and then not to mention he changed his profile to him and her. So like what the fuck are you
Okay.
doing? Like it's so weird and like manipulative what men do sometimes. Cuz I believe it was just a picture of himself before they broke up and then he changed his profile picture to him and Tiana. What a
I
weirdo.
will say, speaking of
Um
icks, he has like a very full,
yes.
massive beard. That's an ick for me. I do not like a full beard.
Yeah, I've always, and God bless. I don't think he's that cute. So
I mean, he's a
really,
linebacker. He's
girl,
not going to be that cute.
but okay. I feel like there's cute linebackers, but it's just I don't feel like he's a golden boy, you know what I mean? He's not, he's not like a Patrick Mahomes or anything, you know? He's just like a big, tall, husky dude. I don't know. He's just not that cute, you know? I don't know what you see. There's plenty other football dudes for you to do cute videos with on the TikTok. So, keep your eyes open, girl. It's fine. This shit happens. Um, but,
Hopefully, she could snag
you
another
know,
one, honestly.
stay on the grind. Stay on the
Stay on your
grind.
wag grind.
Um, yeah, I mean, look how pretty she is. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, you know,
She does not look like a
it's like,
Tiana, though, I will say.
yeah, her name kind of threw me off a little bit when I first
Yeah,
saw
when I
that.
Googled and I saw
Um,
Tiana, I was like, where is she? And I was like, oh, that's her. Okay.
yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll see what happens with Tiana and Cody. There might not be anything to it. So, but yeah, just who was Olivia? Who was Olivia? Show us Olivia. No one knows what the fuck who
It's you.
who is Olivia? Yeah. Yeah. Um yeah, but apparently he was caught kissing some other girl at the UFC fight. How dare you, Cody? Obviously because you guys just got engaged, you fucker. Um but anyway, let's move on to the next topic.
let's
topic.
bring it on home with my one and only topic to bring to the table today here.
Right.
As the Teen Mom reporter on the beat here, this
Oh.
yeah.
When you put Portwood, I was like, "I don't know who the fuck that
Yeah.
is," but when you said Amber Teen
Yep.
Mom, that
Yep.
it
Yep.
clicked
Yep.
immediately.
So, I don't watch Teen Mom, which I've been actually thinking about watching again because I've seen a few clips and like a few people talking about it online. And like, should I watch this again?
Mhm.
And Janelle is coming back because her and David broke up. So I might I might dive back in.
Yeah. I I'm a little invested. I think I'm invested because I watched it whenever I was literally 13 years
Uh-huh.
old. So, I've watched those people my whole life growing up. My mom continued watching the series as I was in high school, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So, like, and I follow a good majority of them on Instagram. So, yeah, I still keep up with them more, it's like they're my Kardashians. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm
So,
pretty sure the last 2 seasons are the only 2 seasons I haven't watched. So I could jump back
right.
in pretty quickly, honestly.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah, you probably just missed a lot of crying
right,
and, you
yeah.
know.
So Amber is best known, she was, like, the teen mom that went to jail. Her and her original baby
Yeah,
daddy, the one she has Leah with, who she did with had on the
right.
16 pregnant. She beat him up on camera, and then people called the cops, and then the cops got involved. So they had that going on.
Scary.
Gary. Um, and then she did drugs, and they're like, "Girl, you gotta like
Right.
go to jail." So she went to jail. She always like says she put herself in jail, which is maybe half true. I think they were gonna put her on drug court or go to jail, and she's like, "Well, I can't do drug court, so I'm gonna go to jail." Um, she always thinks that she always says jail, gel. She always says she went to jail. Uh, and she likes to think that this makes
Stop.
her a good mother because she chose to put herself in jail. Um, but okay. um, so during that time, Teen Mom took a hiatus. Obviously, they were like, "What do we do?" One of our stars went to jail. She got out. The show came back. She had another boyfriend that she also had a child with, and also had domestic violence against. She has a son named James. And there was ring camera footage. It was a whole thing. She does not have custody of James. Um,
Mm.
but she does have visitation, but James lives in California, so I'm honestly not sure how often she is seeing James at this point. Um,
Good
she's one
lord.
of those people that, like, well, I guess so this week she had a viral clip that was going around from Teen Mom. Basically, it's Leah's 15th birthday, which is wild that the Teen Mom or the 16 and Pregnant
My
season 1 kids
my
are like
god.
6'15" this year. That's wild. Um,
That's
I know.
insane.
I know. I want one of them to write a book so bad. I want Leah to write a
Yeah, I
book.
mean, I was in middle school when their shit came out, which is just
Yeah.
insane. Wow.
Yeah, so they, like,
Wow.
can
Wow, 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 wow.
drive basically now. It's crazy.
Oh
I saw a
my
clip of
god.
Benny like, driving, and I was like, "Ugh, no, not my little Benny."
That's what I'm saying. Those are like the only people I actually like keep up with on Instagram and stuff. And yeah, every time I do see a new video of one of the kids, I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, you guys are fucking crazy. Like you're growing up so
They're
fast.
literally almost the age your parents were when we got them on our TVs.
Do you think, and I'm not wishing this upon them at all, do not get my words twisted. Do you think one of them is going to not pass the teen pregnancy stage, which we're talking 19,
Yeah.
or well, at least let's say until 18. Let's just say that.
Um, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Jace got a girl pregnant, honestly.
Oh, Jace is
Shouldn't
oh,
Yeah, Janelle's
Janelle's son.
oldest.
Okay,
But the
okay.
rest of them, I think might be okay.
Yeah, I think, now who's Bentley? Whose mom is that?
Macy.
That's so you don't think Macy, um,
No, I
you don't
think
think, like, maybe
no, uh I think
okay.
Bentley will be fine. I think he has one of the more normal childhoods and, like, stable childhoods. I
Right.
think he'll be okay.
Let me see a picture of this kid.
And I would say Leah's daughters, Aaliyah and Aliana, but honestly, I think they're just, like, smarter than Leah at this point because Leah's not so smart.
Right,
So I think they'll be
right.
good. And
Leah
Leah Messer, Sims Messer, Calvert Messer,
Leah
she
Messer.
had the twins. So there's Leah, the mom, and then Leah, Amber's daughter, Leah. Yeah, there's 2
Oh,
Leahs.
that's right. Yeah, no, I think yeah, I think those yeah, I don't wanna throw shade, and honestly, I think Amber's kids, or at least, what is her name? Her name is
Leah?
Leah
Yeah,
too,
yeah,
right? Right. So, and Leah's kinda like me, like, my mom, my biological mom that I really don't have a good relationship with, she gave birth to me when she was, I don't know, like 18 or something, which is crazy to think about because, like, couldn't be
yeah,
me, right? So, when you grow up in a certain environment, you can either, like, redo the process all over again or be like me and, like, completely X-nayed it out and was like, "I'm
yeah,
never gonna fucking do that." So,
mhm.
I was not surprised at all when I surpassed the teen pregnancy
Yeah, you're
stage
like,
because,
yeah, I knew that wouldn't
you
be
know
me."
yeah, well, and I'm not saying it's like this for everyone, but I like low key. You guys can either work together or work against each other. Like me and my mom, my biological mom, do not
Yeah,
talk. She like had to grow up way too fast, and she honestly just did not want to settle down and like be a mom. So that really hurt our relationship. And growing up as a kid, I was like, well, if I don't wanna end up like that, so I'm gonna wait to have
yeah,
kids when I'm older. So, like, I never had a doubt in the world that I would surpass teen pregnancy age. Just like I said, some people can repeat the
yeah.
cycle, and some people are like, "Fuck no." You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
and I for sure think
And that was me.
Leah is like you in the fact that she's
Yeah.
seen it and she's like, "I definitely don't want that." Her dad, Gary, has, he's still got his faults and issues, but he's
Right.
been a stable place for Leah. She has a nice stepmom who apparently she's gonna ask Amber to if she can legally adopt, like, if her stepmom can legally adopt her. So, I don't think Amber's gonna take that well. Um,
Right.
but
I wonder if she'd do it.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't see her doing it. She should. She doesn't like being a mother, I don't think. She doesn't seem to like it. She's not
Right.
very good at it. There was this clip
Yeah.
going around where she was basically like, "You're gonna need me now, and I was wild, so you're gonna be wild." And like Leah's literally like crying because she's like upsetting her, and she's like, "Why are you crying? Like, I'm okay. I'm fine." And she's like, "Girl, but your daughter is not, and I don't know why you can't take a hint." Yeah.
No. No, it's just some I feel like not even moms. Some women just aren't meant to be
Yeah, just
parents.
not
Like
maternal.
my when I was a small child, not to get traumatic, but like my mom, my biological mom, like used to like yell at me and basically say things like, "You're gonna end up just like me." It's just like, "No, I'm not," you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, "No, I'm actually not," you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just, you know, I think it's just because they wanted to live their childhood in their 20s so bad, and the fact that they obviously had that happen to them, they just cannot process the fact that they have to grow
Yeah.
up. And, like, You know what I mean? You either hit it or quit it. You know what I mean? There's no like you just as someone that's having kids, like you need to be all in or all out. You need to figure out what to
Yeah,
do. You know what I mean? Because at the end, you just keep hurting them, like coming back in and back out and back in and back out and back
for
in.
sure.
But yeah, it's just like, when a parent tells you like, oh, well, you're just, you know what I mean? You think you're too good and like you're gonna end up just like me. No, she's
Yeah,
not. And I think Leah is gonna be very
yeah.
successful in her life because she does seem smart
Mhm.
and she seems sensitive and she seems caring. You know what I mean? And I'm glad that, and I hope they have her in like some sort of therapy because
Yeah,
sometimes I wish I would have done that more, like having an absent parent in my life, like having a
yeah,
therapist. But she seems so nice. She doesn't seem troubled, so
yeah.
she's
She
gonna
seems,
she's gonna keep
yeah, pretty
thriving.
mature for her
Yeah.
age. I think she's gonna be okay.
Which, ugh,
Yeah. Which,
that sucks.
yeah, sucks, yeah, that she's always been so emotionally mature too, which,
Yeah.
sucks,
Mhm.
but I think she's gonna be okay for the most part.
Yeah, for sure.
So that clip was going
Should
viral.
we should we watch it? Should we watch them together and then debrief?
Teen Mom?
I have to stay committed.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
should do that. That'll be a new segment.
Okay. Okay. Is it live now or
Yeah,
no?
it
I don't
comes on
know.
Thursdays, I think, on MTV.
Mm.
Okay, we have a new segment, guys. We're gonna start covering Teen Mom.
Wait, I'm old. Do I have to download cable for this?
We'll figure that out. If Liv can figure out the cable situation or the streaming situation, we will do it.
Yeah, can they not
No, I
stream
think
it?
you
Is
can
that not a
stream
thing?
it.
We'll
Yeah,
figure that out.
We'll figure it
Okay, good. Okay.
out.
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Gosh,
live
dang.
down.
This is
Live
this
down.
is the I'm always down. Okay, sorry everyone. My lord. Okay. Ah! It's gonna do it
um
again. Okay. All right, we got it.
So the big thing that happened besides all this, well, that was just like a little update on Amber. But she has been dating this guy for the last couple months. His name is also Gary. I think it's Gary Waite. They also
Interesting.
apparently just got engaged like a couple weeks ago because she loves to be engaged to a boyfriend she hasn't known that long. Um and they were in North
Oh
Carolina
boy.
for her brother's wedding, and he apparently left like their Airbnb or their Verbo or whatever. Didn't take his
Right.
phone, but like left with the keys to the car, and then he left, and he wasn't seen for a few days. He was missing. Um, there was rumors that they got into a really big fight, and that's why he left. She apparently went on like a YouTube live with somebody, and she was like, we didn't get into an explosive fight, but we got into a very emotional conversation. And he left, and I'm really worried about him. Um, I didn't do anything because people are like, did Amber kill him? Um, which, in their defense, she does have a history of domestic violence. She's, pretty much abused and hit every boyfriend she's ever
Oh.
had. But come on, guys. Amber's not smart enough to kill somebody and hide the body. Like, that's just like, no, that's not Amber.
Where's Gary? Where's Gary? Like, you know what I mean? She's crazy, but I don't think she's
She's not
like,
that kind of, yeah.
you know.
Yeah, like push him off a mountain or something. That's not really her style,
Right.
honestly.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think she's like killer material. I just think she's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, in her own way though.
yeah,
Um
yeah.
so he was spotted uh in Oklahoma. Um a few
What
days
the
later. However,
yeah.
they didn't he was at like a Verizon store or something. So he got he got he got pretty far. Um and
Girl.
and then
He had to check out the carrier rates.
And then
He was like,
ultimately
"I'm swapping this phone
yeah,
out. Can somebody swap this phone out?"
I just need a new phone. I just new phone.
Yeah.
Um,
She had, like we have Life 360 on here. She can see my location. I need to change my phone.
he's like, Get rid of the whole thing. Like, we can't, I gotta get rid of it."
Oh my
Um, and
god.
then police did eventually make contact with him. Um, I can't remember where. I think it might have been like Texas or something.
Where the fuck is this man going?
Um, but he has been
Did he have
located.
a
I
plan?
don't know. He's been located
Okay.
safe, but that's pretty much all of the information we have about him.
Right.
Um, so who knows? I I was talking about this with friend of the pod,
Well.
Travis, and he
Mhm.
was like, "Team Gary, do you think Gary?" I was like, "Oh, Gary's been found." I was like, "Do you think they're gonna stay together?" And he's like, "Probably, because they've been together this long." And I was like, "No, I think you're thinking of the
No.
wrong Gary, my dude." He's like, "Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
embarrassing."
Not chin strap
Of that
Gary,
Gary,
bald Gary.
yeah.
Like, my boy is shiny. Damn, he's got, like, no eyebrows or hair. Did he do that on purpose?
I mean,
He's, like, trying to wipe his
I
identity
he's
clean
like,
before he
"Can you
took off
take
of
off
that
my
car.
fingerprints?"
He's, like, burning his fingertips on the griddle before he leaves.
But yeah,
Maybe she is
me
crazy.
yeah, honestly, I'm sure they got into a fight, and I'm sure she hit him. I'm sure all of that happened. Did she kill him?
Right.
No. Obviously not, because he was found, but, um,
Right.
what do you think they're gonna stay together? Because I could honestly see her forgiving this whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, she just seems I mean, she just seems like one of those girls to where like a dude could wrong them like so many times, and then at the end of the day she's like, "That's my baby,
That's
like
my
that's my
man.
fucking ride or die at the end of the day." Yeah. You're you guys all are just fucking panini fucking pressed that you can't, get a hustler like us, you know what I mean? You're fucking that's my baby, that's my life sort, she's just I don't know. Right. Even though I posted about it 27 times on my Facebook, "Stay the fuck out of my business." It's
Yes,
just like,
very that, very
okay,
that.
yeah, yeah. So, I have no doubt that she would be like, "Meh, we could probably make it work."
She's like, "If you"
Just bring the
she just,
car
like,
back.
goes on live again. She's like, "Just come home, bring the car back, because we don't want the drop fees, but just come
Yeah,
back
just
and all is forgiven."
bring the car back because I don't wanna miss my shift again or take the bus like I have. So, yeah, I have no doubt that she would just take him
Yeah,
back. Oh
if
my
he went
god.
back. Hopefully, he just doesn't go back.
Ugh.
Hopefully, he just realized he was like, "Ooh, I got myself into a bit
No.
of a situation here."
So, and sometimes I think that, like, say you get famous on a TV show.
Mhm.
Sometimes I think, do you ever think that some dudes like to interact with women so that they can potentially become not like famous themselves, but like kind of sort of have like a spotlight? Do you
Um,
think that?
okay, so someone like Amber, I do think that happens, but somebody like Amber, I would say a certain kind of guy would go for her because
Right,
she makes a lot of money on Teen Mom and she doesn't
right,
do anything. She sits at home. She lives in Indiana, like not a high cost of living
right.
area. So she's rich
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
she wants to pay for everything for you. I think she's that kind of like sugar mama. So
Right.
yeah, I think it's I mean, if you could take your licks, it could be a sweet deal to, be Amber Portwood's boyfriend, I guess.
Do you do you think we could apply?
I mean, probably. I'm not like down to get chased with a machete though. So, I don't know.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Or get like TikTok lived about our location where we're at.
Right.
Um yeah, she seems a little goofy. Yeah, she just seems like that type of person that like you give her some money and she's just gonna like I don't know. I'm not saying she's gonna like completely like destroy herself, but
I mean,
you know, you definitely gave someone a platform that probably shouldn't have been gave one in the first place, if that makes sense. So,
yeah.
and great, now they get to reap the repercussions of like being rich out of it. So,
Thanks,
congratulations.
MTV.
You just gave a shitty mom a good fucking career. Thank you so much. You know what I
Exactly.
mean? But
Yeah.
obviously, you know, they didn't see that coming when she was 16. But
They
shit,
never could have seen Amber Portwood's timeline for her to be a
yeah,
domestic abuser and then her to get the good edit all
right.
the time. They couldn't have known what they were signing up for.
Yeah, it's just like and then whenever she hit Gary on fucking live TV, they were like, "Yeah, this is gold. This is
Yeah.
gold.
And then she went
Keep
to
it in. Keep
jail
it
and they
in."
were like,
Yeah.
"Oh."
She's like this. The director's like, "Shoulders in. Shoulders in." She's like,
I will never
you know what I
forget
mean?
watching his head bounce off that wall and then her kicking him down the stairs. That was wild.
It was oh yeah. She was
She went,
nuts. She was like and back then, Teen Mom was like the rager.
it
I
was.
mean, everybody was
Yeah.
fucking watching Teen Mom.
Mhm.
Everybody was.
Yeah.
But it was the first show about like teen
Yeah.
pregnancy that kind of like blew up.
Yeah.
So, and that's like kind of obviously like a taboo subject.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nobody ever goes like, "Aw, she's 15.
We're so
Congratulations." You know what I
excited.
mean? So,
Yeah.
yay. Yay, duck or bow. Who's to know or whatever the fuck.
Buck or doe, cut to
Uh
know.
Yes. So yeah, well, anyway,
Yes.
I guess can we do a quick little thing right now?
Sure.
Sexy Red apparently she so I got this off VOTP. I don't know how like true this is. They're actually trying to figure out if it is Sexy Red. But the news article says our little sister Sexy was arrested prior to the WWE appearance. Said that that wasn't her. And then rapper Sexy Red was arrested the day before her appearance as the host of WWE NXT Battleground at the UFC Apex in Las Vegas. On Saturday morning, Red was arrested after an altercation in Newark Liberty International Airport. Her appearance at Battleground came on Sunday night. It's unknown if WWE knew about the incident when she appeared. So people are claiming so there is some footage at this airport. And I assume from the video that some of her friends or like somebody had started fighting with somebody else. She takes one of those okay, allegedly, sexy allegedly, if it's her, takes one of those line poles, you know, the poles that like have the kind of like the
Oh, the
seatbelt-esque
stanchion?
things that like
Why do I know the
she
real name of
took
that? Stanchion.
yeah, what the fuck? Who what the fuck? What are you, fucking what are you, a brainworm? A
A
stanchion?
stanchion? You mean a stanchion? Mm.
You mean a stanchion? Uh, and then she and then she takes the stanchion and she supposedly like tries to like throw it at these people that are fighting next to her. And about that time, I think a guy like pushes her down. He's like, "Don't fuck up." I think he was trying to keep her from like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? I'm saving your career right now. I don't know if it was
Don't
one of
do
maybe
it.
her security guards or what. Yeah, so he's like, "I need to stay employed." You know what I mean? So,
I need the paycheck.
but yeah, don't do this. So yeah, she had that like what is it?
Stanchion.
stanchion. She had that stanchion, and she had it like this, and she was about to just start whopping people over the fucking head with that stanchion, and then somebody pushed her out of the way.
Girl.
Supposedly, she keeps claiming that that's not her, but it looks pretty fucking close
Even if it
to
let's
her.
say it's not her, whoever that is, get it together, girl. Do better. Do
Get it together.
better.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot. It was quite a lot. I don't know if the airports exactly match up because I mean if we could do an airport check, I guess it would depend on the
Yeah,
airport
can we
that
see
this
your ticket?
altercation happened
Yeah.
at, where she was
Did you have a
going.
layover in
Yeah.
Newark? Can
So
we see it?
yeah. So, but yeah, so apparently Sexy Red, potentially, I think it is confirmed that she got arrested, but I don't know if it was exactly her. And then last one, fired Nashville officer arrested after allegedly appearing in an OnlyFans video while on duty.
Okay.
So this police officer, I watched this on Twitter because Twitter holds the secrets of everything and
Uh-huh.
anything, and you can pretty much look up anything on the internet on Twitter.
Yeah.
But the scene, like a movie, the scene starts out with a woman in a car, and she's like getting pulled over. There's a guy on the passenger side but outside, like filming her in, and then the cop like comes over to her side, and he's like, did you know you were doing this or whatever? And she was like, what do you think about this? And she like pulls her top down, and he said something so weird. It was like, oh well, uh and he like, and then about that time, I think he like reaches down and like grabs a tit. I'm like, oh, you just ruined your career for what? For a 30-second fucking video? For a tit? For an OnlyFans tit?
Wait, okay, did
Girl.
she actually get pulled over and then he did, or was this all like, was he an actor on the scene? Like, they planned this?
I think this was a planned video.
Okay.
I
That's what I assumed, but then
I
I was like, maybe he was just like, "Well, she's throwing tits at me."
just a
Yeah.
dash cam. He's like,
Just like,
well,
"Mm,
you know, yeah, the last time I checked, it was, I think, like, because I think it was in a they caught them in like a parking lot, so it wasn't even a fucking road. Like, so they went into this parking lot. His name is Sean Herman.
there's a play symbol over
So
his
he
face in this, like, thing, but he looks kinda hot a little bit."
I yeah, I mean, he's not bad looking, but like, come on,
I
man,
mean,
like
yeah,
in the
you
uniform,
like, for what? Like, for this? You better be in the
right?
top 1% of
Uh,
earners.
So, yeah, for real, like, at least if you're gonna, like, put your hand, like, in the video, at least, like, maybe get a chunk of change out of there. Now, if you're only, like, volunteering,
Right,
that's so dumb.
right,
Like,
and you didn't
they're
even get a cut.
right. So it was a mock traffic stop. It says Herman, who was employed by the department for 3 years, took part in a mock traffic stop in an OnlyFans skit during which he groped the exposed breasts of the female driver. The department said the video was made in late April. On that day, that Herman was supposed to be patrolling the Madison precinct, but according to police, was making an OnlyFans video in a warehouse parking lot. Fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, boy.
Oh shit. It's like, come on, Officer Herman. Like, get it the fuck together. Like that. And then wasn't I think Tennessee wasn't Tennessee the same place of that woman police officer that ended up like having like a threesome with like three of her cop
Oh,
coworker? I mean,
yeah.
shit. What the fuck is up with Tennessee? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Oh, wait,
Get it
I'm watching the video.
together. Are
Yeah,
you? Okay. So, yeah. What do you think of this? Like,
I'm not listening
come
with
on.
volume.
Yeah. It's really not they're not saying a whole lot, but yeah. And it's like, can you even see his face? I couldn't see his
No,
face,
you
so
can't see his face.
but I think honestly, I think they got all of the evidence they needed from maybe his outfit,
Which,
his location of where he was
I was looking for a
patrolling.
badge, but I don't see a badge either.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they did enough, I
I mean,
guess,
yeah,
but,
clearly they tracked him down.
Sean so, yeah, it was insane, but,
For what?
wait, you think this man is
Okay,
girl,
he doesn't look cute in
girl,
that picture, but in the picture that you put on
he's
no, he
bald.
looks whoever this man is on the picture that you put
Bald,
in the
bald,
notes doc,
bald.
he looks cute. But this doesn't
Right.
look like the same guy.
I'm so scared. Ew, and you can obviously I'm gonna be gross for a second, you can obviously tell he has a hard on.
Yeah, yeah,
Ew!
you can.
That's so personal and gross, but I'm sorry, I just had to say it, like, ugh, yucky, it makes me feel so yucky. I don't wanna watch it. Um, but anyway, way to go, fucking officer
Do
dumbass.
better. Hope you at least got 20%. You're
Right.
gonna need it.
Oh, that's insane. I wonder if he was married. Was he married? I hope he was
Probably.
single, because I don't yeah, no, yeah. He probably um, let's see. Was Sean Herman single? Did he just destroy a family? I don't know. I mean, you know what? He was probably single because if not, they definitely would have
That's
said it in
true,
an
that's
article. They would have been
true.
like, yeah, Sean with his super small and petite nice wife and two
His
young children,
bombshell
you know what I
wife
mean?
and yeah,
Yeah. His God-loving path-staking wife,
who
you
had
know, they
just given
always
birth to their daughter not 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Lizabelle Marie fucking, whatever. So yeah. Anyway,
Anyways,
all
yeah.
right. Well,
Well,
that's all I got. Sorry if this episode wasn't as good. It was all my topics, so
I think we had some good stuff
sorry.
here. I think there was some good stuff
Okay,
here. But go
good,
ahead and rate
good.
us 5 stars and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcasts. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and our socials will
Hmm.
be in the episode description.
As always,
Do better.
do better, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
Bye.
Bye.